Dr. Christian Friedrich Samuel Hahnemann, born on 10th April 1755. He was the only son and third child of Christian Gottfried Hahnemann and Johanna Christiana. He was born on Saxony town of Meissen, little town on banks of river Elbe in southwest Germany. At the age of 13, he was sent to town school. At the age of 16, he was shifted to Prince School of the town. He became favorite to all his school teachers. Magister Müller treated Hahnemann as his own son. He also trained Hahnemann in so many languages. As he was from a poor family, his father admitted young Hahnemann in nearby porcelain factory. But with the support of staff of Prince School, Hahnemann re-entered the school. There was a custom at Prince School to deliver an oration, that is speech, during school leaving ceremony. At that occasion, Hahnemann presented a Latin oration called The Wonderful Construction of a Human Hand. At the age of 20, with only 20 thalers in his pocket, Hahnemann entered Leipzig University to complete his medical studies. Hahnemann was a master of dozen languages like German, Greek, Arabic, Spanish, English, etc. He managed his finances by teaching various languages to his fellow students. For medical advancement, Hahnemann joined Hospital Brothers of Mercy and became favorite of Dr. von Queren. At the age of 24, Hahnemann received his master's degree from Erlangen University. During this period, he translated about 1200 pages from English to German. Hahnemann's father taught him, "Prove all things and hold fast that which is good." In the year 1781, Hahnemann started his first ever medical practice in the town of Hedstedt, a copper mining town in the country of Mansfield. Then he moved to a new house at Dessau. As he was not happy with the existing system of medicine because of its methods, he turned his interest to chemistry and translated original medical works to Germany. Most of his works were published in a magazine called Krebs Medical Observation. Works like On Arsenic Poisoning, Ascertaining the Purity of Wine and of Drugs are worth mentioning. He was a master in chemistry also. At the age of 27 years, Hahnemann married Johanna Leopoldine Henrietta Kuchler. She was the stepdaughter of chemist and pharmacist Hessler and was 9 years younger to Hahnemann. In 1784, they had their eldest child Henrietta. Mr. and Mrs. Hahnemann had 11 children. Hahnemann was appointed as a medical officer of health in Gorman City. He wrote to his friends that "I have been putting drugs of which I know little into the bodies of which I know less." He almost stopped his medical practice and adopted the translation work to support his family. Between 1785 to 1792, he translated around 4,700 printed pages. In the year 1789, he moved to Leipzig and released his first volume of Friends of Health. 1790, most important event of Hahnemann's life occurred. Hahnemann was translating Dr. William Cullen's A Treatise on Materia Medica from English to German. Dr. Cullen explained that the curative power of cinchona bark was because of its bitterness. But Hahnemann was not happy with this explanation and wanted to experiment on it. He took 4 grams of cinchona bark twice a day and was attacked by malarial fever. He repeated his experiment on his friends and other volunteers. All of them had same malaria-like fever. He was not aware that he was setting a new trend of human drug proving for the first time in the medical history and going to become the father of human functional pathology, that is homeopathic materia medica. In 1792, because of poverty, Hahnemann accepted offer of reigning Duke of Saxe-Gotha as in charge of an asylum at Georgenthal. Here, he cured a Bavarian minister, Klockenberg, who was termed as insane and incurable by most physicians by mild and harmless way of treatment. Hahnemann's fate didn't let him remain in one place. Finally, in the year 1795, he migrated to Königslutter and remained there till 1799. Hahnemann experimented with other medicinal substances which are most specific to certain diseases. Hahnemann came to a conclusion that medicines cure diseases because they can produce similar symptoms in the healthy individuals. So, the basic law of homeopathy was born in the mind of this genius. In 1796, Hahnemann published his first essay on homeopathy, that was an essay on a new principle for ascertaining the curative powers of drugs and some examinations of previous principles. In Huffland's journal, Dr. Richard Hale called 1796 as the year of birth of homeopathy. Between years 1790 to 1805, Hahnemann published around 5,500 printed pages of work. In 1805, Medicine of Experience, and in 1810, first edition of Organon of Medicine was published. Between the years 1811 to 1820, Hahnemann stayed in Leipzig and started delivering lectures on homeopathy. These lectures were compiled into a book called Lesser Writings. Hahnemann had to face so much criticism from the medical world for his discovery. Journals like Anti-Organon, Anti-Homeopathic Archive were published only to criticize homeopathy. First volume of Materia Medica Pura and the subsequent 8 volumes were published within 1821. In the year 1821, Duke Ferdinand of Anhalt-Köthen allowed Hahnemann to practice homeopathy at Köthen. Hahnemann proved the efficacy of homeopathy in so many incurable diseases and dedicated his time for the benefit of homeopathy here. His wife Johanna passed away on 31st March 1830. On 8th October 1834, a French lady, Marie Melanie de Herville, consulted Hahnemann for her skin ailment. The couple fell in love and were married on 28th January 1835 in Köthen. She was 45 years junior to him. The couple took their leave from Germany and moved to Paris. Hahnemann rewrote his will on 2nd June and left Köthen, Germany on 7th June 1835 AD forever. In the year 1836, he was granted permission to practice homeopathy in Paris. Truth always trumps. In Paris, Hahnemann got recognition, success, honor, money, comfort, and peace. It is believed that Melanie practiced homeopathy along with her husband in Paris, hence regarded as the first lady homeopathic practitioner. Hahnemann breathed his last at 5 am on the 2nd July of 1843. The cause of his death was stated as bronchial catarrh. He was buried in the Cimetière du Montmartre to the north of Paris, now popularly called Artists' Quarter. Later in year 1896, his coffin was moved to Cimetière du Père Lachaise. Subscribe for more such videos.